Good evening or good morning or good afternoon, yogis. I am recording this on a stormy Tuesday evening. I hope this video finds you well. Summer is here. It has been very hot. I'm sure a lot of us have been struggling with headaches. So we're gonna do a nice, gentle, loving stretch and flow for this first video of our summer subscription. So it will be 8 weeks, or 8 practices I should say, plus a meditation for our summer practices. I haven't decided what day it's going to go out yet regularly, but I'm thinking Fridays. So let's sigh anything out we need to release. I know most of you follow me on social media, where I am very upfront about my life and my experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So most of you know that it has not been the greatest start to summer for us, but that's when we say, let's hit the mat. So that's what I am doing right now and bringing you all along with me. We'll close the eyes when you're ready. Like I said, nice big exhale or sigh to release anything that doesn't serve you right now. So anything that you're holding on to, any negative thoughts, any worries, fears, we're just gonna let that go for the next few minutes. Release what we can. Release people, if it's people you need to release. And then bring all your awareness to the inhale, the rise of the belly, and the exhale. Notice the air as it enters the nose. Is it nice and cool, refreshing? And then noticing the warm air on the exhale. Notice how the breath is feeling, if it's slow, if it's even, if it's deep, or is it maybe short today? Maybe is it shallow? We'll just work on slowly lengthening the breath and slowly deepening the breath. Because as we let go of any tension, that allows us to send that breath a little bit deeper. And we'll just let the chin drop to the chest. And we'll look up to the ceiling or the sky. And drop the head back down. And look up again. And then just turning the head one side, then the other. Beautiful. Bringing the head back to center, lowering the right hand, sending the left hand over. We'll carry it through. Sweep the arms out in front. Plant the left, send the right over. Let the left follow. Sweep. Just keep moving with that breath. We'll do one more time in this direction. And then when the right arm comes down, just send the left arm over and then send it back. Let the left come down, right comes over. We're gonna sweep the opposite way this time. One more time, up, over, hold, release back to center, bring the arms in behind, interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles back, open up the chest. Good, release and give yourself a big hug, rock it from side to side. Take note of which arm is on the top. And then as you come back to neutral, open the arms back up. And when you wrap yourself back up, opposite arm goes on top. And then we'll rock from side to side. Beautiful, coming back to center. Bringing the arms in behind, the feet out in front. We'll windshield wiper out the legs. Dropping the knees to the right. We'll take the head to the left. And then taking the knees to the left, we'll take the head to the right. Beautiful. Coming back to center, we'll send the legs out into a nice straddle. Come up onto the fingertips as we walk ourselves back or walk ourselves forward. Point the toes up. Breathe into the backs of the legs here. Take the left hand, place it in the middle. Take the right hand, peel it across the chest all the way up. And then we'll thread the needle, sending palm up. That right hand comes underneath. Eyes follow the fingertips. And then we'll switch hands, so right replaces the left. We'll keep flowing right through this, sending the left all the way up. And then threading the needle, palm up. Follow the fingertips with the eyes. Awesome, unravel. I'm just gonna reach out towards both toes. Maybe you're only coming to shins or ankles, that's fine. Just a little wide-legged forward fold. Good, and then bringing the soles of the feet together into your butterfly pose. Sending the elbows right away to the thighs as we guide the legs down. Let the head come forward. Grabbing onto the shins, lifting the heart, taking the gaze up to the ceiling. And then releasing down. I'm gonna flip the right leg so that I bring the knee to the bottom of the foot. So I was like this, and I'm just rotating that inwards. I'm gonna remove my pillow, so you may wanna do that too. Coming into pinwheel legs, I'm gonna scoop the right toes. Hand is gonna come onto the left knee. And we're just gonna rock this out. And then bringing the hand down to the yoga mat. Left hand's gonna come up and over. So coming onto the shins, onto the knees, big long side stretch, open yourself up, look up to the fingertips. We'll take a couple arm circles here. Just being mindful of the other wrist, both directions, so we'll reverse that little arm circle. Good. And then coming back down into your pinwheel legs, bringing the hands in behind, we'll swap the feet out, coming to the other side, scooping the left toes this time, hand comes on the right knee, and we'll rock it out. Beautiful. All right, same thing on this side. When you're ready, right hand come down to yoga mat, left hand sends us all the way up and off the mat, looking up to the fingertips, and then moving through some circles here. And reversing the direction. And then letting that bring us all the way back down to the mat. I'm gonna bring both hands down to the floor as I slide into my table pose, stacking wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we'll take it right into our cat-cow, tucking the tail and the chin, dropping the belly, raising the gaze, moving through your cat-cow at your own pace and with your breath. I mentioned that with this weather, many of us may be experiencing headaches. One of my favorite stretches to do when I have a headache is called bunny pose, and I don't do it a ton, but I thought maybe today we'll go into bunny pose. So all I'm doing is coming onto the top of my head, bringing my hands down, palm up, tucking the chin just a little bit. And what it does is it gets this nice stretch through the back of the neck and head, but also I find just that little bit of pressure on the crown sometimes feels nice. Also takes the tension out of the shoulders, just let them drop. Try not to hold them up, just let everything drop. And then bring the toes together, send the knees a little bit wider, but come into your child's pose. So I'm leaving my hands down at my feet, bringing the forehead to the mat, and just rocking the forehead from side to side. So this is a good one if you get bad sinus headaches, because sometimes you can get right along those eyebrows. Good. Come back to center and sweep or drag the fingertips all the way up. Coming into your extended child's pose. Take the pinky fingers to the edge of your mat to widen your your base here as we come into down dog. So peeling up into our dog, and we'll pedal it out. Beautiful. Press through the heels, find some stillness in your dog. Just let's lift the right foot off the mat slightly. And then let's guide the right knee through and aiming it towards the left wrist. We're coming into pigeon. So lower the left knee, uncurl the toes, and sink down into the hips. Take a little back bend here. Just looking up in your king pigeon. And then melt it as far as you can down. So if that's just on forearms, if that's stacked fists, if it's grabbing your pillow, your block or bolster. Just do your best at melting right down into your pose, breathing into the hips. Good job making your way back up. King pigeon. Curl the toe under, press up. Slide that foot back. Take a little plank if you want. Only if you want. Send the hips back, down dog. Pedal it out. I'm walking my dog right off the camera. Pedal it out. Come into stillness, press the heels down, press into the fingertips. Raise the left leg, guide it through, left knee towards right wrist. Slide back into the hips, king pigeon pose. One side may feel tighter than the other, one may feel a lot looser. Listen to your body. And melt yourself down. Alrighty, let's bring the palms back. Let's curl the toes under. Let's press it up. Let's do a little plank here. Let's drop the knees. Drop the belly. Drop the forearms. Drop the forehead. And then press up into your Sphinx pose. So with Sphinx, it's coming onto your forearms for your back bend, as opposed to just coming on to the palms of the hands for your cobra. So Sphinx pose. Release it down. Curl the toes under, bring the hands under the shoulders, press up, down dog. Make any adjustments or movements that feel good for you. Maybe peeking under the armpit as you pedal it out. And then we'll baby step the feet all the way up to the hands. Forward fold, knees are bent. Head is heavy. Let's press up halfway. I'm gonna use my airplane or Superman arms here. So I'm sending them back, palms up, bringing the belly in, and then we'll bend the knees and ragdoll it back down. Shaking the head, nodding the head. And let's take another halfway lift. And release it down. One more time, halfway lift. Release it down. Palms come to the yoga mat. Step back into your plank. Drop the knees. Come onto the forearms. Drop the belly. Bring the forehead down. And then press it up, Sphinx pose. Good, lower it back down. Palms come under the shoulders, curl the toes, down dog, peel it up. Be kind to that lower back, bend the knees and peel it up. Good, baby step all the way up to the hands. Knees are bent, forward fold. We'll halfway lift, your version, so hands can come onto the thighs or send the hands out. Really sit down. Let it go, let something go. Halfway lift. Bring that belly in. Release it down. One more time, halfway lift. Let something go. Awesome. Let's toe out, heel out, toe out. Drop the hips down. Yogi squat, your version. So maybe it's here, maybe heels are lifted, maybe you're dropping the heels, palms together. If you're able. Let's have a little fun with a little bind, just because we're here, we're in this position, we're having fun today, lighthearted, loving practice. Let's try a little bind. So I'm gonna take my left hand and I'm gonna send it under the left shin. Remember, listen to your body. Please, please, please listen to your body. It's just for fun, right? So I'm gonna send my hand around, like I'm wrapping it around this frog leg. This is a frog bind. And if that's as far as you go, that's as far as you go. With the right hand, I'm gonna wrap it around my back. So see how it's reaching towards the other hand. So I'm gonna grab on to the fingertips and I'm gonna take my gaze up to the right. So if all you're doing in this bind is just sending the hands in that direction that I am instructing, and that's all you're doing. That's just your starting point. And release your bind, bring everything back to your center. Take a couple breaths here. And then of course we have to do the other side. And one side may feel like way better than the other, or way worse, right? So I'm bringing the hands together. This side for me is easier. I'm gonna take the gaze up to the left. Bound frog pose. Beautiful, release back to center. Probably at this point, the thighs, the calves, the ankles, the feet are screaming at me. So release them, come down. Point and flex the feet. Good, sit up nice and tall. Sweep the arms up. And forward fold, nice and relaxed, knees bent. Head forward. And when you're ready, just peeling yourself up. Bringing yourself into any comfortable seated position. Maybe taking the hips off the mat with your pillow. And bringing ourselves back to where we started. And we're just noticing again how that breath feels. So maybe after our practice, the breath feels a little shorter. Maybe it feels a little deeper. I thank you all for joining me this summer for our summer subscription. And I hope some of you will come out and see me at the park this summer as well to practice together. Thursday evenings in Poplar Hill. Would love to see you. Drop in anytime. Until then, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you feel whole. Namaste. Thanks, everybody.